This is Diane Armitage with another catalyst code for you. People assume business strategy comes from analysis, looking at numbers, fixing problems, optimizing what's already there. And yes, that's part of it, but it's not where the real shifts come from. The biggest shifts I've created in business didn't come from more data. They came from a different way of seeing what was already in front of me. That is imagination. And yes, imagination is fantasy, so it starts to get a bad rap when we're about 8 years of age. Stop daydreaming and get to work. Remember hearing that in class? And heaven forbid you go to your investors or your boss and say, I was imagining something the other day that I want to tell you about. But as Neville Goddard said, imagination creates every reality. No doubt about it. So today I'm addressing the imagination for your business as a working faculty. When I look back at the most meaningful shifts I've created in business around the world, rethinking how something was used, seeing opportunity where it had been overlooked, restructuring something that wasn't working, none of those came from trying harder. None of them came from poring over the spreadsheets to try to squeak a new 10% out of the gross revenue. They came from letting a different idea in. The problem is, most people rarely experience this in their adult lives because the moment the idea shows up, it gets filtered and questioned and minimized or dismissed before it ever has a chance to take shape. That won't work here. We've never done it that way. We tried it that way and it didn't work. Or what I've been told more than a couple of times, that's too simple. You're not grasping the full construct, the complexity we have here. And just like that, poof, it's gone. The ideas that actually create significant movement, growth way above 10%, don't come from pressure. They come from a different relationship with your imagination. Now, I don't struggle to come up with ideas. If anything, I have the opposite problem. They never, ever stop. It's never been about generating them. They come shooting in through every crack and corner of my mind, night and day. Kind of like those owls trying to deliver the initial Hogwarts invitation to Harry Potter in the first book. For me, it's been learning which ones to trust and how to translate them into something real. Now, I've talked with you before about asking the only question that matters. Does this idea serve me? And here's what's interesting. The ideas that come from pressure, we've got to make something work here, they don't survive that question. The ones that come from a more expansive place, they don't even struggle to pass that question. Of course it serves you. You feel it in your bones because you're receiving information and suggestions from the true identity of you. When you're working with the imaginative side of your mind from that place, not constrained, fearful versions of it, the signal is different. It's clean. It's quiet in a knowing kind of sense, and it's absolutely direct. Most people don't lack ideas. They've just shut down their own access. So the way it's built to work within all of us, imaginative idea lands, imaginative idea gets organized and structured, imaginative idea moves into something amazingly real. That's all hanging out in that mind of yours already, trying to slip through the corners and the cracks, but your reasoning mind keeps hammering virtual construction plywood over all those openings. So the next time you feel like you're out of ideas, you are definitely not. Perish the thought. You're just barring them before they have a chance to take shape. If you've been sitting on ideas but not moving them forward, it's not a discipline problem. It's not even a money problem. It's how you're relating to them. And until that shifts, more effort just creates more frustration. That's the layer I work in with my clients because that shift must occur before everything can begin. In business circles, I'm called a generative strategist. I like that word, generative strategist. It sounds really special, vaunted even. But seriously, we all landed here with the same title. Generative strategy isn't about inventing something from nothing. It's about allowing a new way of seeing to take hold and immediately moving into the build out from there. And that begins with how you're relating to the idea in the first place. That is identity. And that is where I